After starting the season 0-3, our back has been up against the wall ever since, and we've had to win every single game since, and we have done just that. And we are hoping to continue at this week in week number 6 against Dyeittight. Let's dive into the matchup right now. Whew, okay, so we are doing what we need to do. We're doing what we need to do. We started off 0-3, like I mentioned in the intro, and we are crawling back. We got a huge clutch win against Scooteezy last week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out right there. And hopefully Future J remembers to put that in, because it would look really stupid if I didn't. But anyway, so yeah, the matchup, what are we doing? I think we're facing Dyeittight, and the record for Dyeittight is like really high. I think he's like only lost 1 game all season. It's been insane. Not bad for a singles player, eh? But we're gonna dive into the matchup itself. So we already know my team. I'll skip it. I'll mention a couple of things as well as we go through his team. It hurts me to introduce this Pokemon. It's Mega Blastoise. We drafted this thing. This thing was on our team. This was our team. But we actually had to drop it earlier in the season because our team was a little predictable. It was a little too special. People were just running Snarl spam. My first week opponent actually ran Calm Mind, Light Screen, and Snarl on the team. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's a weakness that we thought was a thing. And the first opponent out of the only opponents we've ever faced acknowledged this as well. So we needed to change it, so we went with Mega Feraligatr. But anyway, so rip Blastoise. But we have to defend against this thing this week. So we know what this thing can do. It's got the Mega Launcher ability when it Mega Evolves. It does have a bit of utility in like Icy Wind. It's got Muddy Water for like the stat drops. It's got Fake Out as well, but it has that devastating Water Spout attack. So we have to watch out for that. A lot of people want to set Rain against my team because I have a Torkoal, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some sort of Meowstic again, like we did last week with Rain Dance, and then you have Water Spout. I have seen him do Shell Smash this season as well. No, I'm not going to take this long to explain every single Pokemon, but yes, that one I figured I'd do a little extra for because it was ours. We know what it can do. The Mega Launcher moves, it gets a lot of them too. And yeah, we got to watch out for some of them. We have a handful of them that are weak to those specific moves. So very cool, Blastoise, and I'm super jealous. I hate you. Mega Delphox. This thing, I think it kind of caught a lot of people off guard when it came into Pokemon Champions. And not many people were expecting much out of it, and then until they tried it, and they're like, this thing's actually really good. So yeah, this was a good draft pick by Dyeittight. So yeah, we gotta watch out for this thing. So this thing has a crazy special attack stat. Its speed stat is very, very good without Flutter Mane there. Base 134 speed is very, very high, but Flutter Mane and Chien-Pao and stuff like that is 135. So when they come, this thing will lose relevancy for sure pretty quickly. But right now, it is incredibly fast. We do have something a little bit faster, which is nice in Dragapult. So, and it can't hold a Scarf. So, yeah. But this thing just does so much damage. Fire and Psychic goes pretty well into my team for the most part. Fire goes into a lot of things. Just looking at it. So yeah, Psychic hits the Torkoal. Psychic hits the Feraligatr, the Glamora. Yeah, so Psychic Fire hits everything at least neutrally on my team. So that is a rough combination for me. So yeah, this thing I guaranteed is coming. So maybe you might have something along the lines of Rain Dance to, you know, stop my son and use the rain for him, and also abuse my potential son with a Torkoal and have the Delphox just do tons of damage, and the Sarah Legends was just coming as well. But yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if he leaned into the weather, but also changed it as well defensively and offensively as well. Meowscarada. This thing is actually, whenever I face this thing, I never really want to draft it. Like I think it was on my radar this season to draft it, and I just never got around to it until later and it was gone. But I hate prepping for this thing. It is so good. It is so good. It's so frail though. So Protein, yeah, if it's going to be the Scarf version, it's going to be Protein. If it's going to be the Overgrow, what's it called? The Focus Sash version, it's going to be Overgrow, and then it gets that crazy, oh my goodness, what's that move called? Paddle something. Guaranteed crit. Pseudo Urshifu. But anyway, it does lots of damage to the grass move, so we do have to watch out for that. But it does get a lot of utility as well. It gets Trick Room, one of the few things on the team that can reverse it along with the Delphox. So we do have a Trick Room mode on the team coming up. But yeah, those are the only, well, and Meowstic, I guess, can set Trick Room as well and reverse it, so we have to watch out for the reversal. But yeah, Meowscarada can be very, very fast, very hard hitting, and just very annoying. Sucker punches, knockoffs, just all the dark moves you can imagine on this thing. So very scary stuff. Then you have the Corviknight, the setup, another setup mon that's just really, really good. It is one of the few Tailwind setters on the team. Like, you do have Vivi on there, and you have the Corviknight. So They're not exactly the fastest Tailwind setters, but they are Tailwind nonetheless. But also Corviknight, I've lost to this thing on this channel a couple of times if you let it get out of hand. So we're not going to let it do that. We're gonna try to get at it early. So we have a few different counters for it. Ceruledge, the recent pickup into my team, probably a little bit afraid of that Torkoal on the team preview, maybe before the week started. And it's like, hey, let's go get something with Flash Fire. I don't blame him for grabbing something like this, but he already had Mega Delphox. He didn't really need it. But Ceruledge, I was actually using this thing on Jamie Boyd's team after he did really well at a tournament in Italy. So I know what this thing can do. The bulk upset's very good. The Shadow Sneak, the Bitter Blade, healing so much just from like such a high-powered move. I think it's actually one of the strongest, if not the strongest, healing attack at 90 power. So it's a very, very no drawback fire move that just heals. So very scary stuff. This thing does get coverage, so we have to watch out for it as well, like close combat and things like that. And it gets like bug coverage, so X-Scissor, maybe for my Oranguru, I can see it. But yeah, so we have to watch out for the Ceruledge for sure. And Swords Dance, and yeah, this thing can get going pretty quickly. Serena is probably the most annoying thing for this team. Like, I did have a team set, and then I realized that the priority wasn't exactly something I could lean on and guarantee. So the Serena would definitely throw a wrench into my plans, but we did adapt pretty well for it as well. Talonflame definitely does not like a Serena for the most part. Yes, it does get fire coverage. I think there's ways to get around that if you're Serena, if you don't have to worry about the flying coverage. But yeah, this thing is really annoying. So like my Klefki can't do a whole lot of stuff. Like, what's it called? Talonflame stuff as well. Fake Out from Simisage. So this Serena, no question this thing is coming. Like, it is not coming. It has to come. It has to. Floette Eternal, not the Mega version, still very scary, lots of stats, a little more frail, and doesn't pack as much of a punch, but it doesn't have that Fairy Aura ability. So yeah, I would expect it to have the Flower Veil ability to protect the Meowscarada and the Serena, so we can't, for example, T-Wave, we can't exactly go for, well, not like we can T-Wave with our Klefki in either of them anyway, but Will-O-Wisp, we have to watch out for that, you know, make sure that if Floette is on the field, it can get around that. Meowstic is definitely one of those Pokemon that just, it's so good. It's one of the best utility Pokemon in the entire game. Just support everything. The only thing it's missing is Taunt and Encore. It doesn't get either, so that's one thing we don't have to worry about. But still, Screens, Fake Out, Trick Room, Imprison, pretty much everything you could ask for. This thing gets so many things, like Tickle, Fake Tears, so we gotta watch out for Fake Tears. Vivian, another Pokemon that just does so well with support, but it is very, very frail. So this thing, a Choice Scarf version would be very annoying on the Vivian. I do think Focus Sash is also good, but we do have ways of getting around the Focus Sash. But I do think Choice Scarf pretty much wants to be brought on a lot of different things, like the Vivian. I can see it being Choice Scarf. Serena has been running a Choice Scarf lately. There was a Ceruledge set running around in Scarlet and Violet a while ago that was really good. Meowscarada loves it. And then the next Pokemon, Garchomp. Like, Garchomp loves, it's actually its most used item right now, which is Choice Scarf. Rock Slide spam, Earthquake spam. You can pretty much, you've got the Vivian, you've got the Corviknight, you've got the Delphox. You can Earthquake on this team pretty safely. So I can definitely see him locking into a move like that. And even like the other Pokemon, like Serena, like, I don't think it really cares about being hit by a side Earthquake. It resists it pretty well. So, but Garchomp is just really hard to take down. Its typing alone and the Rough Skin ability is just, it just chips away at you, right? So, but that's basically the team. Not basically, that is the team. So that's probably one of the scariest rosters with just a lot of, like, there's no bad Pokemon on this entire team. Like, this team is just all aces. So I have a good team too, but I've got a couple of things that I kind of grab for utility and stuff like that, or just pieces or rolls. Everything on this team is incredible. So we have our work cut out for us. How are we going to deal with it? Let's dive into it. Well, we need a win so badly. We need another one. We put ourselves in such a bad position when we started off 0-3, but hey, we're taking care of business so far. We've got our first 2 wins. Let's keep it going. Number 1 on the team. I thought Mega Feraligatr looked absolutely fantastic into the team. I think that this thing is just going to be doing so much damage, and we have the Facade. We're planning on going for a little bit of statuses on ourselves. It is protected from opponent status as well, just in case they want to go for that. Say Meowstic wants to go for T-Wave themselves, they're just going to fall right into our trap. But Facade, it's still good. 70 power move boosted by Dragonize as well, making it a dragon move. So it's literally stronger than Dragon Claw anyway, and it has the benefits of just having, like, it protects us from the status. Well, not protects us, but allows us to do more damage. So it has a bonus, and it does a lot of damage just out of the box. Liquidation, very good with its base ability, which is Sheer Force. So even if we don't Mega this thing, say the Floats on the field, we don't have to Mega this thing. We could always just hold off. We can go for a Facade if we really wanted to for like the strong normal move, pre-Mega. We can go for a Dragonize to protect ourselves, then we outspeed, then we can go for damage if we really wanted to. So we have a couple of counterplays there. And just protect. So Dragonize, we are spec'd on the speed at 114 to outspeed Garchomp. If just natural Garchomp outspeeding it by 1, so if we can get that off before it hits the field, that'd be very nice. And then we also have it spec to outspeed everything on the entire team aside from Choice Scarf users at -1, or at Thunder Wave, so like half speed. So we have Thunder Wave on the team, and so we can either go for it in Trick Room, T-Wave ourselves, get the Facade, just go for crazy amounts of damage, or we can go for T-Wave onto our opponent and just go for crazy amounts of damage, or Dragonize, and so on and so forth. How we're going to T-Wave is with the Klefki. I feel like this thing just has to be on every single team. It does so many things, right? I was talking about Meowstic on my opponent's roster. Klefki is, I love Klefki. I would draft this thing every single season. I think this thing is just so hard to take down. If you protect with your partner and people are trying to double the partner because they're trying to ignore Klefki, doing the all my friends are dead thing, Klefki is just going to keep chipping you away for 25% of your health. 15, 25%. Whatever it might be, and next thing you know, Klefki's picking up KOs. I wouldn't be surprised if it was on the KO leaderboard, at least on my team for that matter. It's not saying much, it's on my team. But yeah, we have the Aqua Berry. It only has 2 weaknesses. It is weak to ground and fire because it's such a good typing with Fairy and Steel, resembling the Zacian. I know Klefki did it first, but Zacian came out later, and because of its typing and everything else, yeah, it's very, very good. So Klefki is very, very good as well, and it just sticks around for a very long time. So Dazzling Gleam just chips everything. Again, it's just good damage into most things. It threatens the Meowscarada, which was a big problem, so this is a complete wall of Meowscarada. So if we could just, again, protect with the partner and just keep chipping. I think this is a 2-hit KO, actually, with Dazzling Gleam. We added a little bit of special attack in there. I was going to throw in the special defense. That's usually what you do, is you just target some sort of defensive calc, which we did. I do believe we take any sort of ground move from the Garchomp Adamant with the Soft Sand, so we take either the Earthquake or we take the Stomping Tantrum, and then we threw the rest into special attacks, so just so we can do a little extra damage with it, because again, this thing does a lot of different attacks. It sticks around the field a long time, and people just try to KO the partner. So if they're going to do that, we're just going to keep doing our 20%, and eventually, hopefully it leads to a victory. So, but we have our Trick Room on here. This is our Trick Room setter. It's a little bit of a hybrid teams, but we've got the Klefki here to set the Trick Room, and we have the Thunder Wave on the team to make everything just a little bit faster, or better yet, make them slower on their team. The Light Screen, we could only fit 1 screen anyway, and Light Screen, because I feel like his Megas, because they just have more stats in general, I'm more afraid of the special attackers, so we chose that screen over Reflect, and yeah. We also have Will-O-Wisp on the team, which we'll get into in a second, but not using Will-O-Wisp on the team is Dragapult. So Dragapult is running the Choice Scarf again. In my opinion, in Draft League specifically, Choice Scarf is his best item. I think so. In regular VGC, you obviously want to run Focus Sash, or you want to run Light Clay, or some sort of Resist Berry, or whatever it is. But in Draft, I feel like people always look at the speed tiers, and they always see what's the fastest thing in the matchup, and Dragapult is always the fastest. How do you outspeed something faster than you? You put Choice Scarf on something, and most things can outspeed Dragapult with a Choice Scarf. It's, even with a neutral, like an attack boosting nature, a special attack boosting nature. So how do we counter that? We can just run Choice Scarf ourselves. So if they think we might be able to steal a game with this Choice Scarf if it's not revealed too early. We do have the U-turn on here, Hex, because we do have the T-Wave stuff, so we can go for T-Wave, and then Hex just doing massive amounts of damage. Unfortunately, Shadow Ball in the calculator wasn't getting there just quite against the Mega Delphox, but if it's not a bulky Delphox, I think we found its optimal speed stat, and I think it outspeeds, what is it, Talonflame by 1. Not like it really matters that much to outspeed that, but it might be a little slower. I don't think so, but anyway, so I gave this thing 195 or 196 speed, and then put the rest in HP and special attack, and we were able to pick up that set specifically. I think it was like 8 HP or SPs in the Mega Delphox. So we're able to pick up realistic amounts of Mega Delphox with this Hex if it's Thunder Wave, and we can't burn it, so just the Thunder Wave. Unless he's going for side Thunder Wave, I doubt it. But we have the Fire Blast just because Flamethrower just wasn't quite getting there. Unfortunately, I got to watch out for the Serena it's not going to be enough. So the Fire Blast might be enough. I believe my first rendition of the team had Gravity on it, just to kind of ground the Delphox and the Corviknight, and then just go for ground moves. So maybe that's why it's still there, but I think I was considering taking it off and putting on Flamethrower, but again, I want to do more damage, and this thing is max special attack. It's doing as much as possible, so, and we can't go with the Modest Nature this time, so may as well just increase the power of the move to 110 over 90. So yeah, so let's just run with that. Draco Meteor was added. It's funny, I actually had Bite on there at one point, because I'm like, on a Choice Scarf set, what do I want to lock into? And I was looking down all the moves, I'm like, Bite is kind of cheeky. I've been Rock Slide flinched too many times, so Bite would be really cool just to kind of end games. Like, I need a flinch, you get it, it might get you a win. But anyway, we went Draco Meteor because I found that the team didn't have a lot of Garchomp counters, at least not great ones. Mega Feraligatr, it doesn't want to trade blows with it. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. If I have less HP by the time it comes in, maybe I don't want to trade blows with it. Klefki, it's probably a 3-hit KO with the D-Gleam. Yes, and especially with the Stomping Tantrum and the Earthquake. Not great matchups for me, so yeah. I figured I'd put Draco Meteor on there, just gets a clean KO and good to go. The Talonflame is next. Not running, this is probably the weirdest one. We don't have Tailwind down here. A lot of people expect Tailwind, and also if he thinks he's going to be safe from a Brave Bird on turn 1 with his Serena or switch it in and stop it, I'm going to go right through it. He's probably going to be scratching his head wondering why. Not for very long, but we have Brave Bird, Dual Wing Beat. I figured we didn't need the fire coverage because we hit the fire types with other types of moves on the team. We hit things weak to fire with other moves. So we don't necessarily need the fire coverage, even though we do have the Fire Blast on the Dragapult just in case we need it. So we just run with the 2 flying, and we have 2 flying moves, Dual Wing Beat, Brave Bird for massive damage, and the Shark Bait just to make it even stronger. We do have the Will-O-Wisp there just to slow down the physical attackers, including the Garchomp. We might be able to get a Will-O-Wisp off before it starts attacking, set up our end game, and win from there, and then Protect just to get around the Fake Out user and his Meowstic on the team. So, and we had to basically go max with speed in the attack on this thing because Meowscarada was the target, I believe, and there's no point in just maxing it out unless we're Focus Sash. So next is the Diggersby. So you might notice that this Diggersby does not have ground coverage. We don't need it. We don't need it. He's got 2 ground weaknesses on the team, and one of them dies to Foul Play. And what's the other one? Let me just look it up really quick. What was the other one? Awkward. The other, actually, it's just 1 ground weakness, and it's weak to Foul Play. So there's that. So we don't necessarily need the ground damage. Yes, I understand it's stab and it does a lot of damage, but Gunk Shot hits what we need, Ice Punch hits what we need, Foul Play hits what we need, and we have Protect. So honestly, I'm perfectly okay with that. We just can't miss any Gunk Shots. That would really suck. so we're going to will it into existence, and we're not going to do that. But yeah, Diggersby's running the Focus Sash. It is a little bit lower speed. I'm not exactly sure what role this thing is going to have this week. I feel like this thing is less bulky than you want it to be sometimes. We do have almost max HP investment in it at 27, and then just the 1 and the 1 in the defenses, but I'm not sure what this thing is going to survive. This is really just there to do damage, and maybe we might be able to catch people off guard. You know, maybe like someone like his Ceruledge might have like a Shuka Berry or something. We just go for a Foul Play and we just pick it up. So, and we pick up every single one of these Ceruledges with Foul Play, and we talked about in the past video how good Foul Play is on Diggersby because of its ability. So hopefully that comes up. That'd be really cool. And last, the newest addition of the team is Simisage. How do we have Simisage? I thought it was a Mega Chestnut. I thought it was a Hisuian Decidueye. Well, this slot has been a little weird this season. I normally say, like, if you want your cores, like the Grass type, Fire, Water, Grass, Fairy, Dragon, Steel, whatever it is, it needs to do what the role is designed to do. So Grass is meant to take the ground moves, take the water moves, and just soak, right? But the team did not have Fake Out. We have been missing Fake Out for our setup. With our Trick Room, our setup moves, we have moves like Calm Mind, Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, all these fun things, and we haven't really been able to reliably click them. So we wanted to add a Fake Out user, and a Fake Out user we have. So Simisage, a lot of people don't like this thing, but I think this thing in draft can be very, very good, and we're about to find out how good it can be. It's a fast-ish Fake Out, 101 base speed, so it's not as fast as his Meowstic. He does have to go max speed on the Meowstic to do it. So maybe we might be able to cheat a bit going into that, into the Meowstic, knowing it might be a little frail, maybe a Focus Sash. Just because, again, you probably want to outspeed my Fake Out user, because why not? We have to watch out for Quick Guard because it is +4 priority over our +3, regardless of the speed, because of Prankster. But I feel like we can just go for Helping Hand anyway. So if we have our Dragapult there, and then we have the Simisage, you want to fake out the Simisage, we're going to go for Helping Hand, dodge the fake out because Helping Hand goes off first, and then Dragapult just hits with a ton of damage. So I think that's cool. And then the Seed Bomb with the Miracle Seed does pick up most Blastoise, or the Mega Blastoise. So it is faster than it turn 1. So again, another fake out situation. So against the Blastoise. But it would be nice to have the Simisage come in and just not have to worry about a Blastoise. Again, obviously, if it has the Shell Smash boost, it's a little different story. Rock Slide, I do believe because of Vivillon, because he's got some redirection, it'd be nice to just get right around it. We're faster aside from Scarf users. But we're also immune to Rage Powder, but we're also weak to the Flying and the Bug, so it's a little bit of something we have to watch out for. But hey guys, that is the team. That is the one that's going to get us our 3rd win of the season, and we need it something fierce. We can't lose any more. Maybe a single game, but our tiebreakers aren't great, so maybe we need to win both games today. Let's get a clean sweep. How does that sound? Clean sweep. Let's do it. But anyway, that's it. I will see you guys in the match right now. All right, Jason. Who's the real J in this match? We got to write down stuff like profusely. Blastoise, Meowstic, so that's got to be Rain. And we got Vivillon, Garchomp. Yeah, this is pretty much the team we expected. Delphox. And then we have Ceruledge. I feel like this team was over-prepared for the Torkoal, which is good for us, right? So, but what's our game plan? So no Meow... Oh, no Meowscarada? Hold on a second. That's awesome. Whoa. No Meowscarada? That's something good. Let's delete this from the thing. We got 53 seconds. Oh, boy. No Corviknight. No Serena either? Oh, my goodness. We're T-waving the crap out of this team. No Floette? Yo. All right. We can play our game. This is kind of nice. We get to play our game. Very nice stuff. All right. I don't know what's wrong with our dock here, but it's struggling big time. No Ghost Resist too. All right. Let's do Klefki, Dragapult. We got our Snapchat in the back. Me like it. 21 seconds. We got to choose our last Mon. And then I do... Yeah, there's no Serena. Late game Fake Out could be nice too. He's got no Flying Resist either, right? It's probably... Nah, let's go with this. All right. So we can go for our Hex stuff right away, but Vivillon would be rough, I guess. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, so yeah, this is definitely the Rain Dance stuff. All right, so we're just gonna T-Wave it anyway. So, okay, so we gotta watch out for a Dark Pulse. So I do think that we can... You know what? Let's go for Trick Room here. And let's just U-turn into the Meowstic. Yeah, let's do that. Because then we can get our, yeah, he locked in quick, too. It could be Fake Out Shell Smash, and that would be... That might... Well, maybe. Actually, you know what's funny? I really wanted Meowstic because it was Misty Terrain, and that, yeah, there's the Fake Out. That sucks. Well, U-turn's gonna hurt. So what are you doing? If this is a Shell Smash, we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, so that was the Fake Out. Okay, well, we can actually bring in our Fake Out user. Yeah, let's do that. So then we could probably get a Trick Room up. Dragon Pulse, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope we live this. Alright, so we can go for Fake Out and then Trick Room. Let's do that. We're gonna go for Fake Out here into the Meowstic. Because yeah, we gotta watch out for the yeah, we gotta watch out for the reversal. Okay, so we want to get a Trick Room up here really badly. And then we can just go ahead with our game plan. If it's Misty Terrain, that would really suck. Because then that lowers our damage from, what's it called? It reduces the damage from our Dragonize moves, right? Dragon Pulse goes off, that's fine. We get our Trick Room up, so we're happy. Cool. Is it Misty Terrain? There's no way, right? There's no way it's Misty Terrain. So you're just going for damage. So this is Dragon Pulse. Fake out. And it didn't get another move off. Okay. Okay, so we just bring this in. We just need to make Trick Room last longer. So Blastoise is not a problem. So let's go for... So Trick Room's up. Oh, I wish D-Gleam could pick up that cat, because then we could just... You know what's funny? Are we going to lose to some Misty Terrain thing? Because that would be crazy. I feel like I want to go for Light Screen here. And then I want to go for a Liquidation into this cat. Yeah. Why am I so afraid of this? I've been right lately. So whenever I guess some like obscure strategy. So this is Dragon Pulse. Okay, good. So it's a good thing we didn't. Okay, good. So this thing goes down. Cool. All right. I think this is good. This is good. There's no Floette, so we're going to go for side T-Wave and then Dragon. We're going to go for the Facade into that Blastoise and just delete it. Okay, so it wasn't going to go for the Misty Terrain. Bruce, who's Bruce? Okay, so I feel like we take a Dragon Claw, you know? Yeah, you're really afraid of this this thing, aren't you? So you know what we could do? We know we take an Earthquake, right? Yeah, I don't want to take a special move. I really don't. So we have to go for the T-Wave here. And let's go for the Dragon move. And let's go for Facade into the Blastoise. We can't miss this T-Wave or else the game's over. 90% accurate move. We have to expect to hit it, right? Come on. What's going on? I feel like you're going to attack the Klefki here. There's a Protect. Did you Protect with the Blastoise? Okay, I was going to say, like, did we just miss? No way. But it doesn't do the animation to the side. Okay. The side goes off. What? No way! No way it survived! No way we survived! This is crazy! No way! This is nuts. Alright, how many turns of Trick Room are left? We have 2. Okay. You can't get out of it completely, and we have a Dragapult in the back, so we're gonna go for D-Gleam, and we're gonna go for Protect... hold on. You know what? D-Gleam here picks up the Blastoise. Facade picks up the... We do go down to Rough Skin, though, and we can't Protect the next turn. Crap. Let's go for D-Gleam here. Dragon Dance? No, we can't afford it. We have to go for Protect, guys. Because we're going to lose it up to the Rough Skin. Because, again, our end game is the Roselli Berry. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's good. And then Garchomp, what did it use? Protect? What's it about to use? Earthquake. Okay. So we live that. We know that. Okay. We actually took it pretty well, so that actually might not be very invested. So our Dragapult comes in at the end. So Hades is the Ceruledge. Okay. So we can go for T-Wave spam, and then the Hex might pick up, actually. So this is an obvious double Protect, right? I think so. We can go for a T-Wave here and a Dragon Dance, right? I know that probably doesn't quite get us there, but... Oh, Shadow Sneak's gonna go off. Hold on. I think we have to go for the double Protect here, guys. Guys, I think we're gonna lose here. No, we have to attack. There's no point. Like, I should have gone for Liquidation, but I don't think we're getting a turn off anyway. It's either a double Protect or it's a Shadow Sneak. Yeah, there's a Protect, so it probably doesn't have Shadow Sneak then. Yeah, so Protect, Protect. The question is are we gonna take that hit is the question. Oh, we're not getting a turn off anyway, so we may as well just go for like a T-Wave into that slot. And hopefully we get a full para or something. Yeah, this is just an Earthquake. Well, you can't Earthquake. If that's your only ground move, you might actually not get a turn off. Hold on. Let's go for a D-Gleam here, because we already outspeed anyway. And let's just go for a Liquidation or something. I don't know. We're not going to get it off, I don't think. I feel like we just took too much damage. There's Dragon Claw. That's fine. Which means he probably... Oh, then this is a fire move. Yeah, we're good. I feel like we should have just T-Waved there. Oh, Akka? Wait, do we live this? We might. We live! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, so what does this D-Gleam do? That's not bad. Hex might pick up the Garchomp. Oh, crap. Here's the problem. We have to guess now. 130 attack and 125. I think we have a... we take a Sucker Punch from a Meowscarada, but I don't think we take either of these moves. Like, Shadow Claw is weaker, I guess, so maybe we have to roll the dice on the, D-Gleam might... Oh, Protect Earthquake is probably it, right? So why don't we go for a T-Wave into this slot, and let's go for a Hex, and I think that's our out. Hex needs to pick this up. I don't think we come out with this one, guys. So we had to play around a Misty Terrain, but like why are we playing around Misty Terrain? Because like I drafted it. Okay, so he didn't protect. Hold on. So Hex goes off here. Does this pick up? It's a 65 power ghost move. How much bulk do you have? Do you take this? It takes it. Okay. We're about to die anyway. Yeah, Rock Slide, and then... Yeah, and then the ghost move just picks us up. Alright. Well, it's not Shadow Sneak, because he would have done it, right? So is it Shadow Claw? Poltergeist. Miss? Okay, Poltergeist. Okay, so Roselli Berry there. Protect, Rock Slide, Dragon Claw, and then it is Earthquake, right? Okay. Meowstic only has Fake Out. Blastoise has Dragon Pulse. Did it protect? No. Yeah, we learned a bit about the team. No Meowscarada, though. So what are we going to do about this? I still think that Dragapult's a good... We revealed a bit too much. So... What's the game plan here, guys? What is the game plan? So, Water looks good into the team. Why are we not just leading for Alligator and just going for the Dragon Dance? I feel like we can do that. Yeah, that's the other mode. I say we just do it. If this is a Garchomp lead, it's not ideal, but we can still fake it out. It also threatens the Blastoise, right? So maybe we just go for the Grass Water lead, and then we don't set Trick Room. Let's just play him straight up. You know? Compound Eyes or Shield Dust on the Vivian is interesting, because you could just put us to sleep. That would kind of suck. I feel like the Klefki kind of did its job in game one, and yeah, I don't know if I like it that much. I feel like it's Talonflame and the Dragapult. I feel like this is it. You didn't bring your Fairy. I've got 2 dragons, so why not? You do have Dragon Pulse, so it's kind of like Pseudo Fairy with the Mega Launcher. But we could just delete that Blastoise too. That's the other thing. Like, your Fake Out's probably faster. Seeing how much damage that U-turn did, it's probably either Focus Sash or like just max speed. So I feel like in that situation, we have to fake out the Blastoise. Because if you fake out us, then... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. But we want to get a Dragon Dance off. I feel I want to get a Dragon Dance off. And then we outspeed. He can go for T-Wave as well. But we know that Facade doesn't pick it up, so it's probably fairly bulky. It undersped me in Trick, though. Same lead again. Okay. So, are you ready for my Mega Feraligatr? Like, it's Dragon Pulse. So, we can go for Fake Out here. If this is Quick Guard, I definitely don't want to... I want to go for the Dragon Dance. I definitely want to. So, I want to go for Fake Out into... Yeah, that way if you Fake Out... Yeah, let's do that. Dragon Dance. Cool. Because if you Fake Out my Fake Out user, at least I get the attack. I get the Dragon Dance off. And if you Fake Out my Feraligatr, I at least Fake Out the other guy. If this is Shell Smash, this could get really complicated. So our Fake Out goes first. What did you do? Rain Dance? Fake Out. So we are faster. Hold on. That's huge. Okay. Okay, that actually worked out really well. Oh my goodness, that was like the best turn ever. Holy crap. All right, so we're gonna go for Seed Bomb into this slot. I feel like you don't have Protect. And let's just go for a Liquidation. A +1 Liquidation into this thing with Sheer Force. That should pick it up. Yeah, that I should pick up 2 KOs here, right? Okay, you're switching out. Hades. Okay. T-Wave. Oh, you have T-Wave too. Nice. Well, are you sure you want to Thunder Wave my Facade line? Okay, so Thunder Wave. Oh, it is Focus Sash. How are you not max speed then? Oh, it's probably max speed Modest. That did a lot. That actually did a lot. So you're about to Thunder Wave me and hit me, but I also don't think I care. I guess I could just Mega here. I don't want to let him get a Bulk Up off, right? Yeah, Rock Slide, well... Do we Liquidation that slot again, but do we Mega? I feel like we Mega. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going for Rock Slide. It's not going to go first. So you didn't switch. Okay. Should we have just gone after that? I don't feel like you weren't just going to let me do that. Unless it's like Pasho Berry or something. Yeah, you're going for the T-Wave, but what are you hitting me with? Does it give a Dragon move? No way, right? Bitter Blade. Okay, so that picks you up. I should have just attacked that other slot. That's actually kind of crazy. Wow. So you just T-Waved me. Now my Facade does like dummy damage. So I need another... Crap. Why? Like, honestly, I could have sworn... Like, I'm like, there's no way this guy... Alright. So now you have the... We have to threaten. So yeah, you just set up your... Yeah, you just set up your Blastoise, right? And I just Mega'd too. That's the crazy part. And I don't have any Light Screen either. That hurts so bad. So it's probably Garchomp in the back, right? So maybe we get it on the field before it gets there. Yeah, let's do that. And I don't think you have... Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think you have Protect on that Blastoise. So we could just, like, trade with you. Well, you're going for Poltergeist, right? Or Poltergeist. Yeah, that Dragon Pulse is going to do a lot. I feel like I have a little bit of special defense and a little bit HP. I feel like we just go down here. Let's go for the Brave Bird into this slot, because that's the threat, I guess. But Poltergeist does a lot, too. Well, this is the threat, so let's go for this. Okay, so we got the Protect off. Are you going for the Dragon Pulse? You've been playing like you just go for the KO, so I feel like you do. Brave Bird goes off. That didn't do enough. That didn't do enough. Poltergeist. Okay, cool. And did you water move? Dragon Pulse? Yes. That's huge. Huge, 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 huge. I need to hit that Blastoise again. A crit would be great here, guys. A crit would be so nice. Dragon Dance, maybe? Because if we live the hit... Or we just go for the damage. Let's just go for the damage. So Brave Bird goes off. Chunks you, so now you're in range of the... Well, I didn't get the crit, which really sucks. So Poltergeist goes in that. A miss would be nice. Nope. Okay, how much does this do? Yeah, a lot. And then Dragon Pulse just picks it up. Okay, so... How are we doing here? I feel like we're not in great shape. I feel like we're going to lose here. He's got another Mon in the back, right? What is our play here? We have to lock into a move. Is it Draco Meteor? I feel like it's Hex, though, right? Because we're going to go down to a Poltergeist, so we need to double that thing, but also Dragon Pulse is going to pick that up, right? So... Yeah, the Dragon Bolt's too threatened right now. Poltergeist has a missed chance. Right? That's probably it, but I feel like we're going down here, guys. Brave Bird goes into that slot. At least we get the hit off. That's got to be it, right? He has no normal type, so Hex is safe. Hex goes off. It does have Kasib, okay. So we need this to miss. We need this to miss very badly. Not like we wouldn't have picked up anyway. And we're not going to pick up on the next turn, so... Brave Bird goes off, cool. We need this Poltergeist to miss, guys. We need it. Really badly. He set this up nicely, actually. Come on, miss. Nope. Okay, that's it. Ah! That's such a strong move, too. Good for you. All right, Talonflame versus the world, right? Yeah, and if this is Garchomp, you just lose, right? It's just insta lose. How do you not bring Garchomp? Yeah, it's Garchomp. All right, GG's. That really sucks. Yeah, man, like, I feel like we played around something in game one that wasn't... Like, did we play around it? I don't know. I feel like we could have attacked. It might have been into a Protect if I go look back. But yeah. Oh, Shadow Sneak's there? What the heck? Are you gonna miss a Rock Slide at? No, you're gonna go for the, Oh, it doesn't KO anyway. Alright. Yeah, Dragon Claw picks up. What went wrong there? Because I feel like that wasn't, like... I think it was just, like, he was very prepared for the Mega Feraligatr. Very prepared. And he didn't even have the Fairy type. You know? Oh, let me just say GG's to Dyeittight. GG's. Okay, so what happened there? So he didn't even bring the Delphox. The Meowstic just faked out. Like, how did we lose this? I think it was just the Ceruledge, right? He played to his win condition, getting rid of the Simisage for that late game Blastoise, and he T-waved for later. So, and that really hurt us. Like, but once he positioned with that Dragon Pulse, I feel like we were in... Did we Mega too early? I feel like maybe the play wasn't to Mega. You know? Because then we're fine. Because Dragon Pulse isn't doing double damage. We still take the Poltergeist. So maybe the double up still takes us out. This team's so strong, though. Like, looking at all the stats. Like, look at all the offense. 135. He's got 130... 150? I think it is on Delphox. 155 or something. Ceruledge 125, Garchomp 130. You know, like, this, there's just so much damage. Why is this? I can't see the rest of his team. Huh. My, Dyeittight. Yeah, Serena was there, 120. Corviknight for the setup. Yeah, Rotom Fan's gone. Yeah, Floet Eternal's pretty strong too. Yeah, this is just a very well-constructed team. And like, I feel like we didn't even play badly. You know what I mean? Like, we were doing damage, we were attacking, we got the Facade off. I think not picking up the Blastoise with that Facade is actually really unfortunate. Like, I kind of want to look at that now. Like, how much did he have? Like, Facade, if I am... Like, I normally don't do this, guys. You guys know. Ooh. Hold on. So, if he has no investment, Facade does 101 to 119. Oh. So, if he had any investment at all, I think he survived with, like... I think he survived with, like, 4%. So, he had 7 HP left. So, he had to have had at least... Because the low roll... So, let me see. Where is it? 176. No, he has... 166. So the lowest roll at 160. Yeah, unless we got absolutely screwed on the roll, but I don't really care about that stuff. Like, the rolls are the rolls. Like, we get them against us. It is what it is. But like, yeah, I was almost certain that Facade was going to pick up. So that's my bad for going all in on that attack. It didn't survive by much, so we could talk after it. I could get the set and stuff like that, but again, like, it is what it is. I didn't know what the calc was, and I just assumed it would, so that's a mistake by me. We only played into, like, I think I just protected just in case he had the Misty Terrain, like, weirdness. It's funny because I went for the side T-Wave. He might have actually been trying to D-Wave me as well. So, in game 1, he's like, thank you, you did it for me. Not bringing the Klefki in game 2 was it a mistake? The Talonflame was great. It did more damage than anything, right? It just missed KOs by just a little bit. I think the mistake was I should have gone for Liquidation into that Ceruledge slot, but like, I have a hard time thinking that. Like, cause like, why would you not protect there? I know he didn't, but it's like, I feel like I wasn't really in super danger either. So it was like, I thought it was like a safe one, but like, let's attack around it. But like, doing that much damage, like a +1 setup from my my Mega Feraligatr, going into a Pokemon that has like 3 HP left just to pick it off, or sorry, 1 HP on the Meowstic. That was just a wasted turn, basically, right? I think he picked up my my Klefki at the same turn or whatever it is, maybe. Yeah, that was just rough. Like, again, hats off to my opponent. He played well. He just started doing damage. He didn't look back. I was playing into a couple things I thought he could do. But I guess he was willing to trade with me, right? And some people are willing to trade. It's like, I KO one of yours, you KO one of mine, or at least get positioning, and you're okay with it. So maybe that was the game plan. I'm kind of curious to watch his perspective as well when it comes out. But hey, if you guys haven't, after this, well, obviously you haven't, you've watched mine. Unless you're here from his channel, you're checking out mine. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe would be great. That'd be awesome. Like the video. If you like the commentary and stuff like that and want to learn a little bit about how to lose in VGC draft, again, the theory's there. It's just we got to make the right decisions in the game. So hats off to my opponent. Very, very good player. Running away with the season. Fantastic season. You know, he's got a ton of wins. I think he's probably in first place now, if not close to it. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he just made a run for it at the end. So yeah, not our season so far. We are now 2 wins, 4 losses. It is possible we make the playoffs. I think it's unlikely because our tiebreakers just haven't really been there. I know that a 4-loss team can make it because like 60 or 70, 66% of the teams are making the playoffs. So it's possible we make it, but our tiebreakers are not helping. So I think it's unlikely. So, but we'll have to see. We're going to try to win week 7 against Shuckleking. So tune in for that. And yeah. GG's to my opponent. Thank you very much for watching. I love each and every one of you for watching and giving me the time if you made it this late. Hey, just to plug another video, last week's video where I played Scooteezy. I won't spoil what happened just in case you haven't. Me and Scooteezy at the end of the match spoke for like half an hour. We just had a conversation just about the game, the season, VGC, gaming, everything. It was more like a podcast kind of conversation. So go check it out. Jay's not going to put it up there because he'll forget. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and tune in for week 7 and more DDL action. Peace.